never wanted to go to a boxing match. It was Cheryl Atwood who persuaded me. Where else can two young lasses like us see a load of sweaty men riding around in shorts, knocking them and bells out of each other, she said. Downtown on a Friday night, I felt like saying minus the shorts, of course. She got 2 ringside tickets from this lad she was seeing at the leisure centre. She was supposed to go with him, but had been involved in an unfortunate accident with a kid's poolside party and some discarded gel that had left him with a slipped disc on one of those horrible metal frames on his leg. So I agreed to go instead. Well, we couldn't tell my mum, of course, because she thought Cheryl would come. So we made up this story that we were going to see Patrick Swayze in Ghost at the cinema. Oh, he could have haunted me any time. I'd never been to a working men's club before, let alone a boxing match. And there we sat. And somewhere through the cigarette smoke I could just about make out the boxing ring. And there in the middle was Charlie Jepson, the Barnsley bomber. Oh, he got a body that looked like it had been chiselled out of stone, and a smile that melted my heart, even with his gum shielding. Northern Area Middleweight Champion, 17 fights unbeaten, all his wins by knockout. He smiled at me when we got out of the ring, and that was it. That was his. 4 weeks later we were married. And that's how we stayed for 26 years. 26 years of pure, unadulterated misery. That was until a fortnight ago. The end of the Barnsley bomber. Not floored by an uppercut in the ring, no, but by... I'm putting up a bloody Christmas tree! Heart attack! Doctor said he never knew what had hit him, which is unusual for a boxer. I came home to find him lying in a pile of crushed baubles and fairy lights, looking every bit the pathetic little man he really was. He looked quite peaceful, to be honest. Oh, they all came out of the woodwork for the funeral. I bet the shops had sold out of those cheap black tie and shirt sets. I greeted them all with warm beer and polished veneer, and sat listening to all the bollocks they were talking about him. Hey, we're as fit as a fiddle! He was 5 stone overweight and his blood pressure was sky high. He kept himself to himself. He had no real friends. He liked to tipple. He was a raving alcoholic. He always spoke his mind. He could start an argument in a phone box. He didn't suffer fools. He was a miserable bastard. He were a grafter. He was an idle sod. He had a cracking left hook. Put a few down in his younger days. Yeah, that left hook stayed with him right till the end. In and out of the ring. One wrong look, one wrong word, one cold meal, and I knew there'd be a price to pay. Maybe I'd had too much wine, or maybe I was just tired of listening to all the bullshit they were talking about him. But for the first time in 26 years, I found I had a voice. I even surprised myself how loud I sounded. Right, he said. You've had your free piss up and your food, now get your doggy bags, your cliches and your crocodile teeth and fuck off! Silence. You could have heard a pin drop. But there was no stopping me now. You are the ones who turned your blind eyes. You are the ones who never asked where I got the bruises. Not one of you. Not one only you ever ask how I was or how I got the marks. Because you all knew. If you want to hear the truth, you can hear it from me. I'm glad the bastard's gone. All eyes turned to the floor, and slowly they walked out, leaving me standing in a room full of half-finished beer and half-eaten buffet. When I was sure they'd all gone, I locked up and went upstairs. And there on the bed were two neat packages. The first, a pack of extra strong 20 black bin liners, freshly purchased the day before. I opened my wardrobe, and every piece of clothing he had ever chose for me was stuffed into those bags. Every boring knee-length dress, every navy high-neck top, and every black fucking shoe. The 3 trips I took to the charity shop were the best I've had for a long time. And the other package, call it my new chapter post-husband, thank God he's gone, Meadowhall blowout. I took out my new red dress, the one which would have been too bloody short. I took out my new golden heels, the ones which would have been too bloody high. And then I stared at my new lippy, the deepest, darkest, come and get me red you had ever seen. And after a few minutes of looking at them, they all went in the bin liners too. Why? Because I never wanted them. But I wanted it to be my choice not to have them. So there I was in my bedroom, standing naked and makeupless, looking in my full-length mirror. No silver, no gold, no mask to wear. Saying to myself over and over again, this is me and I am free. This is me and I am free. I hope he's here today, taking a rest from whatever shit is causing down there. He might not recognise me anymore. I've changed a lot. So if you're listening, Charlie Jackson, see me smile, hear me laugh, and watch me thrive.